Hello, everybody. Hello. Hey, everyone. It is me, Danielle J. Mitchell, your up and coming queen of real estate. And I'm here for today's and this week's Tuesday tip at 2. It'll be great if I can get the words out, get the words out my mouth. That would be great, right? So, listen, I'm here to talk with you and continue in the series of the myth busters. Okay, the myth busters. And at the end of the day, so I wanted to continue in this series because it's just great as I kind of research the different things as I go about it's so much, in real estate, right? I do these Tuesday tips at 2 because there's so many different angles and ways that you can talk about real estate that and just scenarios that can come up that is almost inexhaustible, almost, almost. So it's really fun when I come across different myths, come across different lists talking about some of the myths that people think in regards to real estate. So I thought I would follow up. Last week I talked about brain fart. Last week I talked about going in below list price. So that was more from the buyer's perspective. It was the buyer's perspective. So this week, I am talking about from the seller's perspective. The myth that hey, I'm going to price my house high so then that gives room to negotiate, right? I personally have experienced this when I put up one of my listings where they were like, hey, I can price it high and all that good stuff. So we're going to walk through. We're going to walk through why pricing high as a seller may not be the best suggestion, right? But first, here's what I need you to do. I need you to go here. Boom. I need you to do that. I need you to like. I need you to share. I need you to comment. I need you to do all that good stuff. Please share this with somebody if you know they are trying to list their home, or just really trying to get into real estate themselves, or trying to buy real estate. I figure, even if this is coming from a seller side, it's okay. I think it's good information to understand about real estate. So even if you are a buyer, you can, have a better understanding because sometimes you're going to come across these properties that are priced too high and you're going to think to yourself, what's wrong with it? What's up? What's up with it? So let's talk about it. Anyway, oh, and I hope everybody had a great holiday weekend because we're just coming off the 4th of July. So I hope that was great as well. So, anyway, let's get into it. So, why, if you're a seller, you're saying to yourself, hey, it's a seller's market. That's what you've been saying, Danielle J. Mitchell, right? The up and coming queen of real estate. That's what you've been saying. That it's a seller's market, especially I service Philly and surrounding suburbs. It's a seller's market. Everything's going so quick and so fast, right? And the question there becomes, hey, if everything's selling quick and fast, then I should be able to put, the top number up there, or some astronomical number up there, and it will sell. It's going to sell fast, right? I could put anything up there and it's going to sell. And because it's a seller's market, and in theory, one would think that is correct, but it really isn't. Even in the seller's market, it is not wise to price your house higher than it should be. Why? Because guess what? Buyers are not even going to look at the property. If you price something too high, they're not even going to look at it. They're not even going to give the home a chance. So the people that you think you're going to negotiate with is going to wind up being zero people because those people, the buyers, are not going to come out to the house that is overpriced. Number one, most people nowadays, what I do with my buyers is that I put them in an auto email, right? The auto email that matches their criteria of house that they're looking for, what area they are looking in. I put them on the auto email pretty much right after. I do the onboarding paperwork and we have that conversation. They're getting an email of all the houses that fit their criteria in their area every single day. Usually, because this market is so aggressive, I do ASAP. So I do the as soon as possible, so that when something new comes on the market, whether it's coming soon or about to be active, they get an email immediately, right? So when you're using that as real estate professionals, um, it's also within the budget, right? So it's within whatever their pre-approval amount. It might be a little bit higher than a pre-approval amount because a lot of times you have a little bit of wiggle room, but for the most part, it's around the pre-approval amount and it's being sent to them. Now, if your house is overpriced, but it's meeting the criteria, it's in the area that a buyer might want, but it's overpriced and it should be within their price range, but you have it overpriced, then buyers are not even going to be able to see it. Now, of course, if they go off and they're, most buyers go on different websites and, use different apps to look at houses on top of what their realtor sends them, right? But a lot of times a buyer may or may not even see a house that they probably could afford. So you want to put that in perspective, number one. And then number two, if you do see the house, it's like, well, this is out of my budget, or it's going to be a turnoff because it's like, well, the house doesn't even feel like it's worth the price. Like I can clearly see that it's overpriced because there are other houses in the same area that are comparable and it's less money, right? So that strategy is off-putting. is the best way to describe it. It's very off-putting to a buyer, right? And it's very off-putting to even the agent, right? Because it's like, hey, this is clearly overpriced. What I tend to do, especially when I'm working with sellers, I'm a person who likes to be conservative about a number. That is not every realtor strategy. It's just not. I like to be conservative because guess what's going to happen? The buyers are going to drive the price, right? So I like to tell my sellers, I say, hey, you let the buyers do the work. Drive that price up. If you're looking to get more, I always say the baseline. I say, what is the baseline you can walk away from? If the baseline is within reason of what the house is going for, then hey, that's fantastic, right? That's where we're listed at, right? But if it's priced well, you'll get the eyes on it. And that does not matter if it's an investment property or a first time home buyer property, a beautiful new construction, whatever. It doesn't matter what property is. If it's priced well, you won't have to worry about it. You let, especially again in the seller's market, it is no need for you to price a house high because what you're going to do, you let the market do what it does. You let the buyers do what they do, right? So what's going to happen is you're going to get one offer, you got two offers. Even if you get one or two offers, then you have that leverage that you need to be able to get the number that you want, right? So at the end of the day, pricing your house well, you don't want to be off-putting. You want to be on target for what the market is doing, because and just let the rest go. Be on target. You'll get either the number that you want exactly or you'll get above it, right? So it's important to have that conversation with your realtor. Hopefully it's me. But in a buyer's market, where the inventory is more inventory than there are buyers, right? Of course, that strategy, pricing it high, definitely wouldn't work. But again, even in a seller's market where inventory is low and the buyers are high, you need to price it right because you still want to get eyes on it. You still, in this market, if your house is sitting on the market, something's wrong because houses are not sitting on the market. Not here, not in this area. If they're priced right for the area and for the condition, they're not sitting there. Okay. So in this area, Philadelphia, the surrounding suburbs, that's what's happening. And that goes for investments as well as regular, move-in ready condition properties. Okay. So I hope that helps you. Price it right. Price, the price is right, but price your house right. And let the market do the rest. If it's priced right, you'll get more than one bite on it. Okay. And I feel like I'm rhyming a lot. So but if it's priced where it should be, you will get the traction that you want. You will get the competition that you want. You will get the opportunity to negotiate that you want. So just price it where it should be. Okay? I hope that helps everybody. Listen, I need you to go down here. Go to book.djmrealtyco.com. Again, book.djmrealtyco.com to schedule a seller consultation, a buyer consultation. I'll be happy to help you in listing your home or in buying a home. Okay. Listen, remember there's no place like home, no place like home buying, no place like home selling. And we're going to continue in this series of Real Estate Mythbusters next week. All right, so stay tuned. Talk to you soon. Bye.